GM fam. How we doing today? Hope you had a great weekend. We are back. Web3 breakfast. Did you bring your appetite? Just stop by the buffet on your way in. I appreciate Nikki. Thank you for bringing the syrup. Andrew, thank you for bringing the beignets.
Ooh,
a little extra powdered sugar, for the Monday. Get that powdered juice, that zoo juice.
Thank God I didn't get too excited. I didn't realize my microphone was turned on there. Woo, what a morning. Happy Monday, huh? Monday freaking morning. We're doing it again.
We're doing it again, man.
Do it again.
We are here for another Monday. Thankful for that. Got the mutant hat on. Happy Mutant Monday for any of my fellow mutants. And
I saw your post, bro. Like you get that resume done?
No.
Are you bow jiving?
No, I need to though. I definitely need to. I think an upper level position at Yuga would be fun.
Yeah, why not, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like you're well deserving. You've been, like you've been through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? You've done a few things.
Jokes aside, I'm broke. I need a job. So,
bro, I said you've been through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? Like I think everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So
yeah.
That's how it works. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
that way we don't have to say it. Because speaking of being broke, bro, I gotta put you on game right now.
Do that.
Because I started this new thing, right? I did this thing now, bro, where I don't keep any food in my house, right?
Smart.
I be like, I got no food.
No waste.
You know what I'm saying?
No
so
waste.
I'm like, I gotta go. If I want to eat, I gotta go out and like hunt. And by hunt, I mean like on foot, walk to the grocery store and pick something up. Because bro, I was just wasting money, bro. Like, dude, being like we were talking before the show, right? First time I've ever lived alone. We had this thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, when you like when times are good, feast or famine in the market, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, I'm gonna slide over, like I'm eating out, you know what I'm saying? I'm having, I'm hitting up, I don't even know, fast food, Moe's, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating out every day, you know what I'm saying? And I went to the grocery store because I got money, you know what I'm saying? So I got food in the fridge. I'm going out to eat every day, but then your money runs dry, you know what I'm saying? So you go back to the fridge and guess what? Everything's spoiled, bro. Because I bought that shit 2 weeks ago. And so now I ain't got no food. I'll be smelling shit. I'm just going to have peanut butter jelly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to walk out there and get some food. So, we're learning some new techniques.
I love that. A couple things I want to break down because we have talked about this before. And I think anybody listening, like you, give it a thumbs up, right? Give us an emoji, thumbs up. And I'm a thumbs up on this one. And we discovered this. I have never lived alone, like single by myself, right? Always had places with like roommates and buddies, and then girlfriends, and then fiance, and then wife, right? Like that's just how it ran. Like I'd never actually had a place where it was just me by myself living there. And I found that to be really strange. Like once you make that observation. And so anybody else never actually physically have their own place and live alone. Like, there's always like the friend, except for now, Turbo. Now you got your own spot. So it's interesting. Learning some new things.
It is, bro. It's so weird. Because one of the things I'd always harped about is like, when I have my place, I'm going to have 4 cups and 4 bowls and 4 plates and 4 spoons and 4 forks and 4 knives. Because there's 4 of us, me and my 3 boys, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, because the problem is like we have all this extra stuff in our house, right? Like how many cups you got? Like 500, right?
Like 1,000.
There's no need for 1,000 cups, right? And because we have 1,000 cups, it creates this burden in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Because we can just keep going back to the cabinet and pulling another cup out. When if you only had 4, even if you used every cup you had, the burden would only be 4 cups to wash, right?
Right.
Bro, it sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks, bro. It sucks. It sucks. But it sucks, dog. I have to watch. Like,
you're okay.
Yeah, I know. And you know why, Seven? Because I realized I have a dishwasher for my 4 cups and my 4 bowls.
You're literally making me cry right now about this 4 cups analogy. Like, come on, man.
Well, but I do love it, though.
It.
I love the idea of that, though. Like simplistic, right? Like I've often said, and I know that, having a spouse and a child now, like this is never going to be, but I could live in like a staged house, right? Like when you go look at, like a house for sale or like a model house or whatever, like or like a hotel room, like very minimally decorated. Like I could live like that. Like I don't need to be prepared for every situation that'll come at me with like some kind of gadget or gizmo or something, right? Like that's just not me. But that's not realistic for everyone else to feel that same way. But I could like I love the idea of just what you need, like two cups. 2 cups would be good, you know, because then your burden is even half that of the 4.
Well, but you just want to make sure that, you know, like when it's time to enjoy, right? Like when it's time for dinner, that everybody has a cup, you know, like that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we really need is, you know, is a cup, and we have so much burden. But I see Ethereal Barbie has her hand up, and I know she's going to have some great things to say about this as well. Ethereal Barbie, good morning. Welcome to the Web3 Breakfast. And before you say anything, if you could, guys, go ahead and please retweet out the space. This is our breakfast show. We do this every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. You are more than welcome to be a part of this conversation. We only have but 2 rules. Jay, if you want to hit those rules real quick, or 1 rule. You want to hit that rule real quick?
Yeah. Don't be a douchebag. So no racist, sexist, or homophobes. Other than that, your opinions and conversation and thoughts and ideas are more than welcome up here at the breakfast table. So come on up. Raise your hand. Get on up here. Don't be afraid. We love when we get someone that says, you know, this is the first time I've ever spoken to space. We've had that several times in the past. We can find some more of those opportunities. Invite a friend to breakfast this week, guys. Although it's going to be kind of a strange week. Tomorrow night, I'm flying to Fort Lauderdale, and I'll be there for the rest of the week for the Cypherpunk 2023 conference. So I don't know how the stream. I don't think I'll stream most of the week. We'll still do the space and probably add in a whole bunch of shit, whether it's, you know, interviews or whatever. Because I'm going as a media partner. Web3 Breakfast is media partner of the conference, so we'll have a lot of opportunities to talk to people.
You're leaving tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
To do that? Tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. The conference is Wednesday and Thursday.
I think I'm gonna see about coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Ethereal Barbie, you had your hand up before we got off on a little bit of a tangent. Please take it away.
I you know, the sad thing is I fully intended on coming up here and being a douchebag, so maybe I shouldn't. But I'm kidding.
Oh shit! You almost got kicked off. You almost got kicked off the stage right there. I had my finger hovering.
He's got a trigger finger on that thing. I'm telling you.
Sorry. It's back on safe.
I'm kidding. Okay, so I have a question, Turbo. What do you do if you have like friends over or something? What if you have like one?
Great question.
Like, what do you do? I'm a pack rat when it comes to like, I love like hosting people, so I have things that I use maybe once every other year.
Yeah, Nikki.
But when it comes time to move, and I get the point where like, if I see a house and it's like furnished beautifully, and I want to buy it, I can't. But if I want to buy it, my instinct is to say, does it come with all of this, so I don't have to pack any of my stuff?
Wouldn't that be great?
Well, Nikki, let me answer your question real quick about the friends thing. Okay, about having friends over. Actually, every morning at 10 a.m., we have 20, 30, 40, 50 people swing by. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they're at their own houses and they have their own cups. I don't know how many cups they have, but, you know, they generally are at their own place drinking from their own cup. You know what I'm saying? So
did you ever see that YouTube video? Did you ever see that YouTube video? Drinking out of cups?
No.
Oh my God.
Do tell.
Oh my God. You guys are in for a treat. So apparently it's like some dude, and we'll get back to this in a second. It's like some dude, from what I understand, now it could be all made up, but he was like tripping out on acid, and he was in the closet, like at his buddy's house, and they recorded the audio of this guy just like saying some of the craziest shit. Like, I love seahorses. They're so cute. Little towels and bags. And I mean, golly, it's funny. Drinking out of cups. You got to check it out. I'll tweet it and then we'll.
Bro, you are like a freaking YouTube, what's the guy that takes you up the mountain? What's the guy that takes you up the mountain? Sherpa. Dude, you're like a YouTube Sherpa, because like you have put me on to like the greatest YouTube videos that I've ever seen. Like the one was like, it's not Pete. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that I cannot get. I can't get some of these videos out of my head. But while we are off on the thing, I see Carrie C down there. Yo, Carrie, I tried to invite you up. I hope that you are watching on the live stream. But bro, look at this box. Look, we got it.
Oh, dude.
Bro.
The Gutter Cat Mellows are I'm gonna give you solo, man. We're gonna give you some prime real estate to show these things off. If you guys are watching the stream, you can check it out by going to web3breakfast.com. You can go to jchains.live. You can find it through the Twitter accounts. But Turbo is opening the Gutter Cat Mellows right now. These things are sweet. It's like a tie-dye box.
Unboxing?
Yo, this is. Say again.
Did you do the unboxing? Like record it when you fucking? Those are some
No,
favorite stuff.
No, not yet. I'm still going to do it. These will never be worn. But this is an NFT, guys. This was an NFT right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about all these different use cases and like the different ways, and that's what this is right here. So, yo, Jay, thanks for letting me show that to Carrie. You know, I had to show this to him because I've been collecting these NFTs from Puma and getting their shoes. So it took a long time, and it was scary as hell. I will be honest with you. Like, I didn't think I was actually going to get them.
Those things are sick. Those things are sick. I see Michael Norris made a comment on YouTube saying he's on Algo waiting for shoes too. You know, I had seen like an infographic that posted this morning. I forget who the heck posted it. And it was talking about like transactions per second on let me see here. It was how many transactions could I make with $1 on average, right? And Algo, you can do 10,500 transactions with $1. Hedera's 10,000, Solana 7,500, Polygon 850, Arbitrum 333, Cardano 23, and Ethereum less than 1. Interesting. 10,500 transactions with $1 on Algo.
That's insanity. That's I'm telling you, that's going to change up so much. But we did have a hand up.
I know.
In that.
I know. Sorry.
And it's my guy Brad over B-Rated Comedy. Yo, what up, Brad? He's about to turn up for us. What up, Brad, man?
Iridescent. I heard YouTube, and I'm all about YouTube. So of course I jumped up, and nice to meet you, Jay Chains. I think I've heard about you on the Expert Advice Show, which I'm the other host of for another little short period of time, because I'm moving on to bigger things. I think I hope with YouTube, and I berate a lot of YouTube videos, and that's what my YouTube channel is all about, is making fun of other videos. So if you got funny videos going around, man, hook me up.
Have you seen Drinking Out of Cups?
I have not.
That's an old one.
And I do not want to see two girls in a cup.
No, God, no, it is not that
right.
one. Oh,
right.
Nope.
Did you say again, Brad? Did you just?
Right.
Brad's like, I don't want to see it again.
All right, here we go. Up into the nest. I just posted it. Now, this is what it is. Again, I'll set. This is how I know the story. Now, someone can fact check me all they want. That's fine. I love my idea of this. But it is a digitized, like a cartooned gecko frog lizard thing. And he's just like standing there talking. And apparently the audio comes from a dude who is hallucinating in a closet. And he just says some random shit. And it's so funny. It will make you laugh. If you've never seen or listened to it before, you will laugh. I did post it up to the nest for anybody that wants to check that out.
I shall definitely check that out. That's awesome, man. I hope it's one of them that you can cut, you know, it's got the remix button on it.
Ooh.
Because, yeah, then I'll do my thing.
You can clip it.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I screen record it, then it may not pop off on my channel because YouTube knows if it's shit quality, so you don't get feeds on it. I'm all about the analytics.
There you go, man. Well, you know what I think that we should do is have a conversation one day, because listen, as someone who has been in this space for a while, I'd say the number one question that I've always gotten is like, how do you get started? Or, you know, how do you like build a YouTube channel? And I know that, you know, Turbo, you actually are getting ready to build up a YouTube channel. So why don't we do like a Q&A session with you?
That would be phenomenal. And I've spent the last year learning the algorithm with my good friend Eugene Kaplan, who actually is a YouTube expert. He has degrees in it.
There we go. Let's have a roundtable discussion.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll see if he's available and invite him out whenever you guys pick a date. Just tag me on it.
Oh, got
please.
that.
Thank you.
Most definitely, man. And Brad, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Can I be honest with you for 1 second? No one else can hear. I went ahead and muted everybody else.
Okay.
I'm upset you didn't like come in like with the music and like all turned up and shit, bro. I thought you was gonna come in and do your thing.
My God. You know, here's the thing. You know, I'm Canadian, right? So I'm currently in America. Bacon, America.
Oh, okay.
And
Hell yeah.
I do not have a second phone in which I could play music from. So for the last like month and a half, I've been musicless on Spaces.
Ooh.
Musicless? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, how have you been?
It is now.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I'm more quiet, because I'm also in a hotel, because me and my wife, who I met here on Twitter Spaces and got married on April 24th, factual facts, we're back in the States because she needed some attention medically. And so we're back here in the good old States doing some medical stuff. And then we're heading back to Canada.
Well, we definitely do wish her a speedy recovery. You know, shouts out to her, man. And yo, AI Love, man. What's up, brother? You got your hand up, family. What's the word? What's going on out there? What's the bird?
What's up? The bird is the word. I want to shout out Jay Chains, man. Thank you for hosting yet another amazing episode of Web3, where we come together and get to know each other at the breakfast table, man. So
Love it.
Serving them up this morning. I like the subjects and the title matters. I actually put some up. I know we got a workout coming here shortly, so I'm just prepping my mind for everything as the day goes. I also wanted to interject about the YouTube inference. I'm creating a YouTube channel as well, so I definitely want some tips, tricks, and pointers, because it's all a learning process. Yeah, I look forward to that conversation.
Absolutely.
But, everybody, if you hadn't yet, man, make sure you're smashing that like and hitting that retweet, man. This is the Breakfast Club of Web3, undeniably.
I love it. I love it. Let's try to, man, we could probably get on, because you guys are doing all that stuff pretty soon. So let's try to set that up for next week. You know, like this week's kind of shot, you know, with the conference and travel and all that stuff. So let's set that up for next week. And even if it's like a couple days, like we do a couple parts, whatever you guys are.
Traveling on the conference too?
What's that?
You're traveling on the conference too?
Yeah, I'm going
Fort
to
Lauderdale.
I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, we're Web3 Breakfast is a media partner for Cypherpunk 2023. I think I'm going to be speaking. I'm not really sure. I got to talk to my contact today, but definitely excited to be down there Wednesday and Thursday. So if you're in the area, Turbo, if you're, I think I got 4 total VIP tickets. So if you're coming, that means we got like 2 or 3 left. So if anybody's in the Fort Lauderdale area, tap in Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I think that might be something fun for my cousin to do. I'll tap in with him and maybe y'all can link up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Pretty dope.
Oh, that would be dope. He could like give me a ride in his Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, y'all don't be knowing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all get out in real life and see, some of these people in this place are connected to some people, man. I'm gonna tell you. I love 80, man. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? He's wild. I never, man. When you know what I mean? Like, when you mess with people who like really are moving and shaking, I'm gonna tell you exactly how you can know. If they call you and they say, "Hey, be here at this time," and you show up 1 minute late, they're not gonna be there. They ain't sad. They ain't upset you didn't make it. They ain't mad. They're not even upset. They're just having a great time.
That was your chance.
Yeah. Yeah. You show up 10 minutes late and that person's still waiting. They really ain't doing shit. They really ain't, like, dang.
That's true.
That's it.
Sorry,
we had
on a side note. Sorry, Turbo, if you're able to play some music, I'll crush it for you, man. I'll do it. But you play the music.
Okay, can you DM me? Because this is what we got, right? We got a workout coming up in 9 minutes. And so, Brad, if you DM me like one of your favorite YouTube links, or like somewhere that one that you have, while we're doing the workout, you can just let that mug run, and so you're gonna just do your thing, and we're gonna do the workout. It'll be like a live performance here at the Web3 Breakfast.
Love that.
Yeah, but did you see that up above, man? You talk about disruptive technology. What the fuck is Elon over there working on, man? That shit right there spooked the heebie-jeebies out of me, Jay Shane.
Optimus is now
I turned it
capable
off
of
as soon as I clicked on
self-calibrating
it.
its arms and legs.
Bro, this
Using
thing
all-
was doing yoga poses, man. Hold on.
Are they going to
Time
put skin?
out.
Are they going to put skins on these
Reverse.
things and then just start having them walk amongst us?
I think they did like Westworld, man. Like Westworld. Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, man. Westworld.
Damn, it took me everything I had not to make just the number one canceling joke that I would have ever made. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm writing it down because I just got saved right there. Dude, that is insane and very scary. But the first guy I was thinking, I was like, that's gonna be his security guards. Like when he's the grand overlord, you know.
I feel like there could probably that's actually a really good application for a security guard to have an AI robot. You know, where it like literally assesses the situation and calibrates like data versus emotion, and it's able to.
Oh yikes!
Bro,
Like
that would be so
they're
sweet.
set up. Dude, they're set up underneath like overpasses, like with a speed gun, and then a pistol is their other hand. And when people speed by, they just take you right out.
You know, so I've always wanted to, and this is like,
Getting a phone call.
It's getting a phone call right there, right in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Where was I saying?
I was talking about shooting people that were speeding. They were speeding, and you just shoot them because that's if we didn't have emotion.
You know how like those people that drive, and they're just like total idiots, and like they think they're the only ones on the road, and they're horrible drivers and all that. I've often thought like that would be like a good punishment, is that you know like you can just like pop out a tire, and they like safely get over to the side, and it's just like, oh, you've been put in timeout, and you got to think like, oh, what did I do? Be like, oh, I cut that guy off because I didn't look through my mirror because like I think I'm the only driver on the road, kind of thing. Oh, okay, then you got to self-reflect and you have to apologize, and then the RoboCops fill your tire back up and you can be on your way. But that's crazy.
Well, I mean that's the fear of this whole idea of like emotionless.
Just to make it
emotionless. Yeah, that way we can go back and check.
Yeah.
Like you've had 9 tire shootings. No, like did you said like emotionless like law? You know what I'm saying? That'd be insane because like speeding is still against the law. You know what I mean? Like we should get our tickets even at 1 mile per hour over or whatever.
So stop it.
But like
Be quiet. That's not.
Dog, that's the rules. Like that's the whole problem. We can't be like half in, half out. Be like, yeah, we gotta follow the rules 100, except these rules. Like these rules here, like we don't really count these as the same. Like then there should be no speed limit.
I want someone to come up here that's in the audience. Now remember, guys, we're getting ready to do the workout here, but I would like to hear someone else's opinion on what Turbo just said right there. Whereas it should just be automatic. If you go 1 mile an hour over, then you get a ticket. Now, what you need to do, if this is going to be the thing, then everything's got to be autonomous, right? And it all just flows, right? And there's seamless integration. And if you step outside of the bounds of the seamless integration and go faster or whatever, like that's your fault. Then you get the ticket. But as long as you just swim with the fish, there's no problem. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because these systems were created for efficiency. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that they lack the efficiency is because people don't follow these parameters. Like they weren't like, yeah, I mean, there is safety and these other concerns that go into play in these situations. But the overall system, the highway system, my younger brother, he's an engineer and he works for the High Department of Transportation. And like, he loves roundabouts, right? Because they're efficient and like so all of these things. Look, I said the same thing, right? But I guess that if everything was running as it should, right, and everybody was following the speed limit and everybody, maintained the appropriate distance, that it would actually be faster and more efficient to get to where we're going if we didn't speed and we all just did what we were supposed to. That's all I'm trying to say.
Man, we need smart roads and fully autonomous vehicles to make that happen. Michael, GM, sir, how are you?
GM, how you doing?
Good, man. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. I took my kids to this little place called Funworks. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's like they got go-karts and like bumper boats and stuff. And they had a good time doing that. It was their birthday, so yeah, they turned 10.
Nice.
So.
Well, happy birthday to them.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say about this autonomous thing. One thing that really I'm concerned with is that you're supposed to be able to stand before your accuser. And if you're not able to stand before your accuser, how are they supposed to say, well, you did this wrong, you did that wrong? That's where the law is going to have a problem, because when you're standing in court with a cop that's seen you do it, that has a laser, that saw it on their screen. So it's like someone has to witness it. That's how it should work. You know what I mean? Instead of someone being able to well, you're automatically over, so you automatically get a ticket. I mean, it's kind of I just don't like that. I have to hold you inside the I like the wild, wild west. You know what I mean?
For sure. I'm with you. I think like you have to see it in order to ticket me for it. I think those stoplights that have the cameras aren't, I think in some states they're unconstitutional or whatever. And I think that is like fully legit. Like if you didn't see me speed, if you weren't sitting there with your radar gun, I didn't speed, man. Like you can't let a camera.
Okay. Well then, so then why do we put so much time into these murder cases? Like ain't nobody see it. I mean, unless
that's different.
How is it different?
Murder,
if a crime
turbo, I'm going to put you in timeout for a second.
Do you know why? Do you know why, Jay? Do you know why people speed and they don't murder
they
people?
Can get away with it.
No, because they can afford the speeding ticket.
Yeah, they can get away. They can afford to get away with it.
So but do you see like how we're like leveling like our like?
I just speed.
I gotta
I'm sorry, we have these hands, and
I got a lead foot. There ain't no way that I will accept getting a ticket every time I go 1 mile and over. Ain't gonna happen. Not from me. No, sir. I see we have a bunch.
But what if the cars? Okay.
But what if the cars?
Real quick, one thing.
Yep.
But what if the cars maxed out at the fastest speed that you were able to go?
Okay, so 85.
Yeah, but I mean, like whatever the highest posted speed in America is, that's as fast as the cars can go.
As far as I know, I-30 or 130. It's east of Austin. They've got a highway, and the speed limit is 85 miles an hour.
4 cups, 4 spoons. Because even if you were in a 35, the fastest you could go was 85. But I believe Carrie C was first, my guy. What up, Carrie C, man? I hope you're feeling better, bro. What's the word?
Yo.
Oh, I'm feeling great today, dude. I think I may have found a solution to all of this madness. You know, so I see self-driving cars as like this hive mind. Can you hear me okay?
You sound great.
1,000.
Awesome. So I see it as like a hive mind project. You can't just have like cars like running around on their own with sensors and stuff, because that shit's just bound to go wrong. But like if you've got some kind of an integrated hive mind going on, then all the cars interact with each other. And if the mind goes down, like it's like a decentralized hive mind or something, right? Anyways, so like by taking humans out of the equation completely, you as soon as you step in a car, you're basically signing a waiver and handing over the complete control of your life to the vehicle. And then you can drive the car, if you want to, but as soon as you go like 10 over, it like the car just fucking tases you, and then you wake up at the destination. You know what I mean?
Listen, I want that so bad. So I've seen
it just knocks you right the fuck out, and you just wake up and you're there. You're like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
Why do humans have to drive cars? Why do humans have to drive cars? The level of error, like, would be this much,
dude. So I've
seen, what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people are gonna die.
Let me see here. This is from Wired. Yeah.
Well, we can't all run like Insane Bolt.
Well, we could. We just have to train for it. All right. So like this thing, if you're watching the live stream, this is a bad example.
Yes.
But something like that, right? Where you just like go in, it's almost like your own little mini bus, right? You just go in, you take a seat, and it takes you where you need to go. Like, what's wrong with that?
Just pass right the fuck out, man. You just got a bunch of passed out motherfuckers being carted around by robots. It's cool.
Listen, a
little extra zap when you get to the location, and you're like, whoa, I'm there, wicked.
But what if you just
that would completely change,
drink a cup of coffee,
our sleep cycles,
read the newspaper. You could.
Well, you could do that. Just don't drive then. But if you're going to be driving 10 over, then you're going to get fucking tased. You know what I mean, bro?
Well, that's why it's autonomous. So no one gets tased. We're trying to save you from getting tased, Carrie. Hey, Carrie, let me ask you a question. How's the sentiment in Canada today after the whole news thing that happened this weekend?
Oh shit! I've been so focused on like setting up my new monitor stand that I didn't even pay attention to the fucking Canadian local news. What's going on up here?
Oh,
can you give me a brief rundown?
So
did the fucking president like bang a beaver or something?
Apparently,
Prime Minister bang a beaver?
No, apparently at your parliament they honored a I don't. Do we even want to talk about this? Read the news. It's in the news. Like,
I'll look into it and I'll come back tomorrow with that rundown.
Perfect. I don't want to get us in trouble.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
No,
dude, how come every time your camera,
I don't know,
bro, why is it when your camera goes clear, you go clear, then I go out of focus? That is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Dude, I have things. Jonathan, man, what's going on, family? And after Jonathan, we're going to get ready to get into our workout as well as the live performance by Brad Music. What's up, John?
What's going on? I will say that y'all are talking Minority Report, where your car drives you. But also, Carrie, that is a horrible idea because there are too many people with heart problems that they get shocked and they go into cardiac arrest. So that's just not going to work. But I will say that on the driving thing, I've been driving since I was 14. I can drive extremely well. If there is a wheel and a shifter or whatever, I can drive it, and I can drive it very well. So I'm not a problem for driving. Plus, who the hell wants to get a ticket for 1 mile over? Like, I was taught how to drive from a truck driver. I know how to parallel park with one hand in any spot. I know how to drive any vehicle, and I know how to really use intuition to know what a person's about to do before they actually do it. So I can react very early. So I don't understand that. Plus, I was taught how to speed. You want to know how to properly speed so you don't get ticketed from a person that's never had a speeding ticket before, and I'm 40, you follow the person who's speeding really fast, and you just stay close to them because of how long it takes for it's how long it takes for the gun to re-register. So they'll tag the first car and they won't tag you. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? This would be a fun episode, or just do like a don't get a speeding ticket best practices, because mine. The one that I use, my tell is you watch the truckers, right? If the truckers are all behaving and they're sitting in the right lane going the speed limit, you know there's a cop around. But if those fuckers are driving wild like they normally are, which normally truckers are all over the road, man, swerving around, doing bumps, doing whatever they got to do to stay on the road. If they're being good truckers, man, you know a cop is around. And that's my tell. So that's when you throttle it down a little bit. You start looking around. You start looking in the bushes or in the median, like, where's this guy hiding?
Jay, I can sense it.
I'm gonna
I can sense one is close.
I'm gonna give you my quick technique, and then we'll get ready for our workout, right?
And then
my technique is oh shoot, did I miss Grateful? Do you want to hit him before the workout?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. So, but real quick, my quick tell, like what I do is this is how I don't get a speeding ticket. I drive like I have weed in the car.
Because you probably do.
Grateful.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning, man. How are you?
Good, man. Just on the road, but my guy Turbo trying to make driving a living hell for everybody. What the hell, dude?
I just don't want people to speed, bro. Just get up on time, and you know what I mean.
Okay, I gotta come to things though. Here's the thing, man. Like, there's a reason why the fast lane exists, right? For people that are trying to not be crazy assholes, but they want to go a little bit over the speed limit because they're busy. So, I don't know, with like levels of, different levels of extremeness, I guess. Like, little Sally is late to work, trying to get to work, and comparing her to like a murderer.
Yes.
Like on a two-lane highway, you have the fast lane, so you can go over the speed limit. And radar guns, depending on how far away and the angle that they hit you, can be inaccurate up to 4 or 5 miles an hour anyway. So
it's not a fast lane. Like, it's a lane to pass. It's a passing lane, not a fast lane.
It's a fast lane. It's called the fast lane where we're from.
Okay, so
yeah.
There's different, obviously there's different levels to your ticket cost depending on how fast you're going. And because guns can be off 4 to 5 miles an hour, like, you're not really going to get a ticket unless you're going 10 over or more, typically.
Right.
Like, 8 miles an hour over the speed limit is safe. For one, because the radar gun can be off and you can easily fight it in court. But for two, the ticket cost until you're over 10 miles an hour isn't even worth their time to stop you and pull you over. So, I don't know, man. I got to be able to drive. I have limitations on what I want to see with AI and things like that with the road. Plus, what happens if everything is controlled and then you're talking about information that, people don't want you talking about or putting things out there you shouldn't be putting out there, and then people up top just decide to drive your car into a telephone pole and you're dead. Like, I don't know. I like help in newer vehicles where, they can self-parallel park. They have lane assist where you can just kind of cruise and they can read the lines on the road and stay center in the lane for you. But fully self-driving options are cool if, I guess, you want to use them and you want to try and take a nap and trust your car that much. But to make like a full switch to where you're not driving anything, I don't think I'd ever be on board with that. Just my take on it.
I'm definitely going to ease into a Tesla into this whole thing at some point, right? Like, and give that a try. Because right now, like with the Kia Telluride, like it's got the adaptive cruise control. So as long as you're making the turns yourself, like it's going to come to a complete stop if you need to. So anyway. But when we get to fully autonomous, I like maybe in like 10-15 years when I'm older and I don't care. I'm all for that. Like I will be at some point like okay to just like beep, boop, 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 put in the address and like 10 hours later like I'm in Chicago and the car drove me there and I didn't have to drive at all. But we got to get our workout in.
I'm for it.
We got to get our workout in.
We got to get that workout in.
Yeah,
we got to get that workout. What
Craig
you doing
and Bill,
today,
we'll get to you guys in a second. We
Jay?
got to get that workout in.
What you doing? Push-ups? Looks like you're heading to the ground. Okay, fantastic. Yo, we got Brad. You ready? I got you loaded up here in the hopper.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's gonna be a live music performance by our guy Brad. Let's get those workouts in. I'm gonna be doing some chest presses. Let's go.
All right, B-Rad Comedy's coming at you live. You have a bad chance fighting a frickin' beehive. And we're live on X Spaces with Web3, blockchain, and AI. And we're talking disruptive technology. Let's fucking go. Repost the room before J-Chain's mic goes boom. And of course, his power team on co-host, Turbo! And who can forget 7-4? Woo! Yo, I may not be the dopest, but supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm not actually cocky, but who the fuck's gonna stop me?
Well, I guess I will, Brad. I mean, I guess is that just cut it off?
Yeah, kick it.
Yo, that's Brad Music, man. If you guys haven't checked out his YouTube video, definitely check him out. Funny dude from Canada, so his comedy's a little dry, and that's not a problem. We just have funnier things over there.
Canadians are funnier than Americans. What are you talking about, Jim Carrey?
That's not true. That's not even.
Keep on truly praising us. You're more trouble than Barney Rubble Boy.
You must not have ever heard of Kevin Hart.
Oh man, that little shit. Fuck that.
Come on now, with your poutine, I don't know.
Yo, man, Chris Tucker and Chris Rock are better than Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I would think so. I'll give you that. Craig. Yeah. Craig is back in the Action GM fam, or GE to you, sir. Almost midnight where you are down under. How we doing?
What is going on, my family? Oh, man, I've had a rough last month, but I'm back.
Let's go, man. I'm glad that you're back.
It's good to be back and good to be here with all the legends and the legendettes here at the breakfast show, the Web3 breakfast. But yeah, no, I was just going to comment to say, you don't have to worry about any of this bullshit about vehicles and speeding when you're in a meta ride. Just forget it. You don't need to worry.
Are there speed? Let me ask you a question, Craig. Are there speed limits in meta rides, and can you get a ticket if you go 1 mile and over that said speed limit?
Well, we have to go down that road, right? But we'll look at putting in police. We'll look at putting in speed cameras and shit.
I'll
like
be
that.
a police officer.
But I was going to say, in Australia, right? We have a regulatory board that monitors the calibration of the speed cameras and that radar guns, right? And it has to be done every 7 days because you can't go 3 kilometers an hour over the limit here without a ticket. And I've got tickets before for 3 kilometers. Now you can fight them and they'll wipe them off. But our cameras are set that if you are going 3 kilometers or more above the speed limit, it'll take a photo of you and give you a ticket. So, and for a lot of people, right, this is how the government works, and you guys are probably the same. For a lot of people, they just pay the damn ticket, right? They don't even question it because they can't be bothered taking it to court. They can't be bothered fighting it. So they just pay the damn $100 fine, right? So the government rake in hundreds of millions of dollars here in Australia every year for speeding fines that are just like 3.2 kilometers over the speed limit, which is freaking ridiculous. But yeah, we've got the
real quick, Craig, for the Americans out there, just in case you're wondering, I looked it up because I was like, well, what if a kilometer is like 10 miles per hour? And he's talking like, yeah, they can only go 30 miles per hour over, right? Nope. It's a difference of like 1.24 miles per hour. So like 4 miles per hour, you're going to ticket. I like that. Yo, shouts out to Australia. Y'all are doing great things out there.
Well, we're not doing great things because and this will make all you Americans and Canadians and people around the world laugh. Our fuel price here in Australia just hit $9.80 a gallon.
Oh my gosh. It's not even that expensive in California.
And it's about to go up again by the end of next week, and it'll hit $2.80 a litre. So what's that? $11.20 a gallon?
Jeez Louise.
What kind of money do you guys use in Australia? I honestly don't know.
The British
pound, the Australian dollar.
Oh, the Australian.
No, Australian dollar. But it's worth about, at the moment, it's worth about 76 US cents. So 76 cents against the US dollar. So for every US dollar, you get $1.24 or something like that Australian. So, but the difference here is our wages, right? Our minimum wage in Australia is $24 an hour, whereas yours is like $8.50 or $9. So for somebody like me, and I'll use when I was working in the construction industry as a boilermaker, right? We were getting paid $180,000 a year to weld pipe. Your boilermakers over there get paid like $35,000 a year. So it's ridiculous. So our income compared to cost of living is pretty good, but our cost of living here, so I can buy, for what I sold my house for here in Australia 2 years ago, I could buy a 5-story mansion on the beach in Miami.
Sheesh.
It's crazy.
But why didn't you do that?
Well, I never said I wasn't going to. When I finally get to the US, that could be on the cards. But
okay.
Yeah,
All right. I'm just checking.
But it's ridiculous. Like our median price for a house here, and I know I'm digressing from the topic, but a median price for a house here is like a first home buyer, like 20-year-old out of university on their first job would be paying $600,000 for a house. For a basic house, like a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home?
Let me ask you a question. This is how we bring it all full circle. Have there been any home sales as NFTs in Australia? I know there's been a few here in the States.
I am actually not sure. I know that there's a couple of real estate, like there's a couple of guys in Melbourne or Sydney that are doing some blockchain-based real estate project at the moment. So whether it has been or whether it's going to be in the future, but I do know that there's been a handful of properties sold in the US, and there's been a handful of properties sold as like a conglomerate. So you invest like a partial investment. So you buy the NFT and you get 2% ownership of that property. So when they sell out, there's 100% ownership, and all of those people that hold the NFT have purchased that home. You know what I mean? I know that's happened in the US.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is it? Nikon? Is that? It says that they're one of the oldest. Just looking something up. One of the oldest real estate developers in Australia. So they are tokenizing and fractionalizing houses, and you can buy a piece of a house for as little as $10. It says. That's interesting.
I that's what I was saying. I know there's somebody who is doing it. I didn't know it was Nikon, but I know somebody was building out a platform or a program or a project or whatever you want to call it right now to fractionalize that ownership. So it's a cool concept, but how successful will it be? And the thing that worries me about fractionalization on the blockchain is the fluctuation in the value of the currency, right? So if I invest $10 now, and they pay, $500,000 to buy this home, and they've paid for it in, let's say, Ethereum, and the market of Ethereum, the ask drops out of the Ethereum, and it becomes a $400 value again, like it did before. What happens to the value of my investment? Do you know what I mean? So am I invested at the $500,000 they bought it at, or I am invested now at my 2% based on a $400 ETH valuation? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how they would work that, but that's the only thing that scares me with any fractionalization, whether it be real estate, vehicles, transport, whatever genre that fractionalization comes in. It'd be like fractionalizing Logan Paul's Pokemon card, which he's trying to do to get back his $5 million. How do you know what the value is?
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem with like non-fungible, right? Like it can't be broken down any further, right? Like how can you prove 1% value of a playing card? You know what I'm saying? How could you get your piece out of that? If you're like, yo, I want my piece, everybody else would have to collectively come together and give you back your money to get you out, or you'd have to sell it, right?
And it's funny, he paid $5.2 million for that card, and it's currently valued at less than $2 million. So that whoever invests in it, and that's just the way of the, as you know, I'm a trading card collector, so I know a little bit about that. But it's like the baseball cards right now. The Jordan card that's been selling for over $100,000 is currently worth $19,000. That rookie 84 Fleer rookie is only worth $20,000, whereas a year ago they were selling for $100,000.
Is it just the market?
Think about this, Craig.
Is it just a cyclical market, the collectibles?
Yeah, it's the same as NFTs. It's the same as crypto. It's a cyclical market, and it's also, supply and demand. It's the basic of economics, supply and demand. So the more that are in the market, the less the value is. So it's just the nature of it. But then you look at VFriends, right? You look at the value of their cards, and the value of the VFriends cards has 10x'd in the last 3 months. Who knows how it works?
That's interesting.
Well, I was going to say, when it comes to the actual playing cards, just that people are getting out of it. Like I collected antiques. Like I did that, 10, 15 years ago. I was really big in antiques, and then just started realizing like no one gave a shit anymore about it, right? Like it went really fast for like all the glass and milk glass, carnival and stuff, and like dining room sets. I mean, it just came so fast that nobody really cared about that. And I think it's going to be the same thing in these physical collectibles, because there's nothing else you can do with it, right? Like Logan Paul did it best when he took his Charizard and put it on a chain and put it around his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to show it off, unless you have people over at your house or you're like that guy at the party, like, yo, you want to see something crazy? And you reach into your long trench coat, because that's probably what you'd be wearing if you're carrying Pokemon cards around, and you pull that out and you're like, Charizard card. Like there's no cool way that you can show this thing off, right? That's why digital collectibles, I think, is going to be huge. I made a video. I posted up in the top. You guys can check it out later. It's PUBG announced that they're going to do an NFT collection for this new game that they have coming out. Craig, man, when I saw the video, the first thing I thought of was like, bro, you should reach out and get the meta rides in that game. Like that'd be super dope.
What did you say, Craig?
Sorry, which one are you talking about? What's the game?
PUBG.
It's a new game. It's PUBG's putting out. It's called Over Dare.
Oh, okay. Right.
And so we're coming to the NFT market.
Yeah, we're talking to a lot of different people behind the scenes. So, over the last 2 months in preparation for Breathe Convention and things like that. And, I want to give a shout out to Matt, actually. Well, I know he was here before, but Matthew, we met Matthew in real life at Breathe, and we've been on a couple of calls with him since Breathe, and, just picking his brain about the financial market and things like that. And it's just been a blessing to be connected to him outside of just these Web3 breakfasts, right? And to be able to get on a Zoom call and pick his brains about the financial workings of Web3 and things like that has been spectacular. So I just wanted to give him a shout out. And I also want to give one more shout out before I shut up and let Mel speak. And that's to Robin Charles, who's in the building. So she's just came into the room. And for those of you who don't know, she is Ray Charles's daughter. And she's just dropped a collection on the blockchain yesterday. Her first collection on the blockchain of her music. So shout out to Robin, and I'd love to get her up here to speak if she wants to.
Hey, I appreciate all that, Craig. And yeah, Robin, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming to the breakfast table. You are more than welcome to come on up here and chit chat. That is the point of the show. Here you go. You are up here. Hey there.
Hi, good morning. How are you all?
Good morning. We're doing well. You know, it's Monday here, so we've all got a case of the Mondays, but I think we're doing all right. You know, we like to gather as a community every morning, so you know, we're having fun, and definitely appreciate you being here. So, talk to us about the collection a little bit. How did yesterday
go? It went pretty good. We minted out some of the collection. We started on Saturday. Saturday was my dad's birthday, so I kind of wanted to honor him.
Nice.
And drop the mint at that point. So we had pre-sales available on Saturday, and we minted them out in 8 hours, which was pretty dope. For my first go round on the blockchain, I was a little overwhelmed. It was exhausting though. So once that happened, we just decided to go ahead and fully release the mint on the blockchain, and we've just kind of been, you know, making the community aware. I'm so very new here that there are a lot of people that don't know that I'm here, and I've spent the last year or so learning as much as I can. And I've just been pulled into a lot of different communities, which has been a great thing, just so that I could learn more about what I was doing and what happens here and what we're doing and what my motivation was and what I wanted to see happen. And for me, I guess it was such a difficult and interesting process being onboarded. I really just wanted to figure out a better way to navigate onboarding for other people from my music community in Web2, and give them an opportunity just to kind of see what's going on over here, and that it's not an oversaturation of anything, of music, of art, or whatever, and that there's a different viewpoint and perspective here that we don't get on the other side of things. So I really wanted to figure out a way to navigate that, and that's kind of how I've been moving, trying to develop my own initial drop. And being a musician, it obviously had to be a music NFT drop. But anybody in here that knows anything that's in the music industry knows that in Web2 and through DSPs, you incorporate artwork into your music, but nobody really pays attention to it. We have a small conversation about it, and then we move on to talk about the music or whatever else our attention brings us to. But here, like, you actually get to like enjoy the creativity that you have, and you know what you can do in order to like really make your audience pay more attention to the art overall. And then incorporating the utility of the music is just like really, really, it's just cool. Like, I'm an old lady, so I'm gonna use old lady words. It's dope. You know what I mean? So it's been overwhelmingly amazing having this experience and learning so much about what I could do, and figuring out how do I navigate this thing so that more people that are kind of layman's to all of this can learn more about it and get involved and be excited about it, so that we can actually grow a good community. It's one thing to just have a mass adoption. There's just a bunch of people here just kind of muddling through all of it. But then to actually bring people that can help facilitate more advancement, more opportunities to kind of help the community grow in a positive way. That's what I would like to see happen. So you kind of want to be selective to some degree about the people that you bring over here. But there's so many artists, there's so many different people that can benefit from it. You want to figure out a way to say, hey, come on over here and hang out with us. So that's pretty much what my collection is about. At the same time, it's kind of like the Clef's notes to how I got to be Robin Charles and the musician and the music professional Robin Charles. And I kind of tell this musical story. So it's interesting. It's a lot of fun though.
That's amazing. I love your story, Tom. I'll let you go in a second. You are in great company. When you say, delivering the message and bringing people into the space in a positive way, I love that. That's what we're about here. And I know that there are several people in our community that have their own communities that have the same kind of positive outlook on this space. I love that when we find people who are like-minded. I'm very excited that you came to the space today. I love hearing about, obviously, your backstory and where you come from, but being here and your mission and how do we bring people into this Web3 ecosystem in the right way. And we know it, gaming and music, those are going to be the two ecosystems that bring the most traffic in. And so, I think if as long as we, like you said, keep positive, we bring people into the space in a very welcoming way and in the right way with the right people, and we create this a very nurturing environment. Because like at the end of the day, like we all know that the perception of the blockchain ecosystem is terrible. But if you're here and you live this every day, you know that it's not. That it's a very welcoming place for the most part. There are some dirtbags around, but for the most part, this is a great place, and everybody has an opportunity to flourish.
Exactly. Absolutely. It's like going to a new city, right? You go there and there's always going to be the bad part of the city and there's always going to be the suburbs, but you have to go and find your neighborhood. You have to find your community. And when you get there, nobody can tell you there's anything wrong with it. It's absolutely everything you need it to be. So I look at it like that here. Like when you find the right network of people and like you said, like-minded people, then yeah, you feel at home. And when I first started, about a year and a half ago, I had no idea where to go. I was just kind of popping into different spaces and it was overwhelming. I was just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what's going on here. I don't even.
Phone call.
Probably.
Came through in a music community, and everybody was speaking my language. Everybody was doing the same thing that I was doing. And it was amazing, like seeing the new talent and hearing the conversations. And many of them didn't know anything about NFTs. They're just like, this is my new music space with the people that understand me. So that really, really helped. And then I just started digging in real deep to find out more about how do I learn about what a non-fungible token is and what it means to me. How do I break down the blockchain so that a third grader could understand it?
I mean, that's what we need, though.
The grown-ups they need to hear it in a third grade language, right?
Yep.
So then that's what I started like pulling on everybody I possibly could in order to get. And it was just amazing. I've had so much fun, and let me say thank you for bringing me up. Like I really just wanted to eavesdrop a little bit and find out what you were doing. Turbo was in one of our spaces recently and we followed each other. So I followed him in here and then got in here and found out that my brother Jonathan was here and Mel was here and Craig was here. And I was like, oh, these are all my friends. So I know all of these people. I want to see what they're talking about and learn from them too. So that's what brought me here.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, because Robin, I think we know the same. Do you know Ellis Hall?
I don't know. Tell me.
Okay. Yeah, we'll link up in the back. We'll link up in the back.
A musician. You're talking about musician. Is it from Louisiana?
No, he's from. I don't know if Ellis is from there. He's out in LA. He was like one of the original California Raisins.
Okay, I might know him, but it's probably been a very long time.
Your dad was one of the people that trained him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, that's why the name sounds familiar. That's why I was like, is it because there's the people from Louisiana, then the people from Georgia, then the people from LA, and I get them all confused.
Yeah, I've been working hard on them to try to get the. I want them to do the to bring the California Raisins to the NFT.
You need some help? You want me to help?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because it would be cool. Like we could, it'd be easier, if we had both sides. Because his wife was the manager that I worked for in Atlanta when I did entertainment management. So, but we'll definitely talk off the back channels. I know we have a couple of hands for sure. Robin, you are such a treat. Thank you so much for pulling up, and thank you to everybody.
Absolutely.
Who came up,
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Always. Mel, what's up, family?
Honestly, I don't even know what to say because when Robin started talking, I just lost my whole fucking train of thought. Seriously. I had something good and funny and just listening to her, I was just like, it just brought the calm down So that whole hype that I was feeling, that's done. I'm chill right now. So good morning to everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. And yeah, I received my time.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here today. Jonathan. He might.
So on behalf of Jonathan, I'm going to be
sorry about that. No, on behalf of me, I'm good. I had to take a business call for this customer's house I got to go to real quick to work on her range. But I did want to say before y'all were what y'all were talking about with the collectibles. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still think that we need physical and digital. I think we can use both as a great combination. And I'm seeing more projects really utilize
great example
both
of that,
and not one or
the shoes that Turbo has. It's a great example of that physical.
And I was just thinking as you were saying that, but I was just thinking like, bro, my NFT with the shoe, it's stupid. like it doesn't. I don't want it now. You know what I mean? I got the NFT of the shoe, so I got the real shoes.
Hold up. So you'll take the NFT of the shoe, but you don't want to rock the shoe?
No. So here's the deal, right? I'm putting the shoes on that shelf back there, and I'm not going to wear them. So that becomes now the collectible. But the NFT that I have is just the shoe, just an NFT of the shoe. And now I don't.
It's surprising.
Really mean
surprising that you didn't have to burn the NFT to get the shoe, right? Like
I burned the first NFT and then got the shoe NFT.
Oh, okay.
And I'm hoping that it will become later. It will become a wearable in the metaverse.
Oh.
I don't know that, but I mean, like that can, yeah.
You get the physical, the digital, and you get the metaverse version too. All I'm saying is yes, you are a very rare breed, but most of us out here in the world, we want all of it. We want the best of all the world. So we want to be able to rock that shit out in the real world and advertise for the regular people so they can ask questions for conversation, and we can bring them on that way, as well as we have the digital for our investment. But we also can flex in the metaverse. I mean, I'm a little greedy, I guess, because I want all three.
I mean, rightfully so. What's wrong with that?
Rightfully so.
And multi-chain. I want someone to create, my thing on Cardano. I want them to create it on. I got to get into was it Tezos? Somebody said start talking about Tezos NFTs, so I got to start looking into that. I haven't done any research at all about Tezos NFTs, so start looking at that.
Bro, I know exactly what we can do too.
Huh.
We need to look up like Fast and the Furious body kits for our Kias. Okay, hear me out. Okay, hear me out. All right.
I want neon ground effects. Lights.
That's what I'm saying. So we completely soup up the Kias, right? I'm talking about ground effects. We get like all the plastic of stuff, put a fin on the back, the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
Craig puts the souped up Kia in the Meta Rides game. Okay. We sell the Kia Lambo kit where you can turn your Kia Telluride into a Lamborghini, 3-row Lamborghini, and you get the NFT and you can drive it around in there as well. And you get 5 seats. What do you think, Craig?
We'll see.
Bro, just I love when you go down this path, Turbo. I do. I love it when you go down this path because, and I'm not going to give away any alpha or anything here, but everything you've talked about is coming already, right? So it's all
souped up Kias.
Not Kias, but just what you're talking about, body kits that can be added to. Anyway, I'm not going to give away too much info, but our stage 2 of the game is in development right now, and will be launched in the next, couple of months whenever we get it finalized. But part of it includes a custom generator, the same as Ready Player Me for your avatars, but it's for your vehicle. So you bring your vehicle in, you go through, you pick the body type, the wheels, the rims, the tires, the tinting, all the different aspects you want your car to look like. And at some point, whether it's the first update or the next update, you're going to be able to upload your own artwork and vinyl wrap your vehicle in your own design. But that's going to be monitored because we don't want people coming in there, writing the N-word on their car or writing, fuck your mama or any sort of bullshit like that.
Like a naked photo or something. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or naked. Yeah. Yeah, so there's going to be some sort of governance over it, which is what's being built now. But yes, all of these things down the track, there's going to be so many things added that are going to bring so much value and get people really excited.
Man, that's
now, cool. Craig. Will I have the opportunity to put like dents and rust on my car? Like, is it going to be like all the way, or is it going to be like new? Because I'm thinking
you got to wait for the demolition derby version of Meta Rides to come out.
It's like on a donut. It's on a donut. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, there will be crash damage. So if you like in the future, as we build out different stages, there'll be crash damage. So if you crash your car and it rips off a fender or it dents up something or whatever, then that's going to be what your vehicle's like, and you'll have to take that into the workshop to replace those parts, or just all different aspects like that. So there is crash damage coming as well down the track. But
I like
it's
what
a
you
slow,
did there.
small process.
I like what you did there coming down the track.
Down the track, you like that? Pun intended. Yep. So, so there's a lot happening, but it's all stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 development and addition. So just keep watching. But it's a very cool idea, Turbo.
I like that. I like the upload an image and wrap your car thing. That sounds pretty cool.
Please feel free to use it. If you can get us some body kits out of somewhere, and we can sell like physical body kits, do that.
Yeah. And there's just like a
I was going to actually say
like a small 5% to Web3 breakfast. That's all. This small.
I was going to actually say, I was actually going to comment on what Jonathan was saying about as you're building your brand or your project or whatever you want to call it in Web3. So as we're building the Meta Rides brand, you have the NFT, you have the digital collectible, and you have the IRL asset. It's going to be a little bit hard for Meta Rides because I don't know how many people are going to have the capacity to pay for, an in real life supercar that's built to the standard of what they get in the metaverse, because the cost to build a supercar is going to be quite expensive. But digital collectibles and those sort of things, absolutely down the track. But building someone a supercar, hypercar, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a very costly exercise.
Definitely. Robin, let's go Robin, then Mel, then Jonathan, and then we'll probably get out of here. Go ahead, Robin.
So Craig, like we're still kids, right? Like I don't care how old we get, we're still going to be kids. So we still like replicas. You could do a replica of the cars and make that a collectible itself in real life. So it's a lot easier to build a replica of it than it is a miniature version replica than it would be to build an actual car.
Keep watching. Nothing's finalized or in concrete yet, but we have a lot of plans moving forward over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 years. So never say never, Robin. Never say never. And you're right. Hermie and I, building out this brand, and not just the Meta Rides vehicles for the gaming and the metaverse, but all of the stuff we've got going on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. Mm-hmm. We are like 2 big kids in a toy store for the very first time every single day. And it's actually a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to be able to sit here and, work with people like J-Change and Seven and Turbo and all the people that give us feedback to bring all of these ideas to fruition for the benefit of the community, right? We're blessed. We really are.
I love that. We love having you guys part of the community too. You and Hermie are super awesome. And I cannot, we've obviously met Hermie, man. I cannot wait until we freaking meet you at some point. So hopefully that happens soon. All right, Mel, you've had your hand up for a bit, so we'll go Mel and then Jonathan.
I'm just thinking real quick. So, hey, Craig, right? So with the possibility or the looking to bringing up allowing people to put their picture in there to decal their vehicle. So why not, or is there a way to create a system where every image has to be submitted and kind of filtered out through Meta Rides itself? And once it gets the approval, then it just throw it up on there as a selection for, whatever, for that account. I don't know if it's too much work or too much of a headache to do, but it may work out better because some people are going to try to slip through the cracks with some BS. So maybe having a system or a way to kind of filter it, or they have to go for approval just to use it. But just a crazy thought. I'm not a builder like that. I don't know shit. This crazy thought. The next thing I was going to throw out is going way back in conversation, you know how I do the speeding lane. Okay, that is called the Jay-Z lane. In case any of you do not know any better, that is called the Jay-Z lane. Okay, when you see it and it says HOV lane, I think Hove. So I know it's like it's not over, but it's the Jay-Z lane. And when I be in there driving, I do that, and I'm doing like 80 and a 65, and my daughter's looking at me, and I'm like, she's like, Daddy, you know you got to get out the Jay-Z lane. I'm like, I know, but right now there's no cars in the Jay-Z lane, so we gonna go, and we get where we gotta go. So I'm just saying, speed your way around. Just be careful. Don't get them tickets. But that is called the Jay-Z lane, baby.
Love it. Hove is home, baby. Jonathan, what you got?
Do you know what that stands for?
High
Do you know what
occupancy.
the HOV stands for?
Yeah, high
yeah, I did not know
vehicle. You gotta have more than one person.
High off value? I don't know. So what the fuck?
Jonathan.
Okay, I will say my sister, who I love so much, Miss motherfucking Robin Charles, she said it, so I didn't even get a chance to say it about the car, because I was like, yeah, you can do replicas. I mean, people would love to show that off. I'm a collector, and I'm also an artist. So when I see things that I would like to have in my house, that when people come over, they'll talk about and ask me about or ask questions, me wearing it out on the streets and people ask questions. I mean, if you're wearing some fit that's popping, people gonna ask about it, which opens the door for us to have those conversations for onboarding, because people really don't know what we doing here. No matter how much we talk about it, the media is talking about something completely different, and we doing revolutionary shit in here. But people don't really know. But if you rocking something, people gonna want to find it. I mean, think about people probably wearing Bored 8 t-shirts from Walmart, as well as, any other company that's got IP and they've created something. How many people you think are buying that and not even knowing what it actually is or what it represents? I just think it's something cool.
It looks cool.
But if one of us see them, we're going to say something, and then they're going to be like, oh, well, I didn't know that. So it starts a conversation. That's why I was like, you really want all three, to be honest with you. And I really like physical stuff, because I know if something's cool, somebody's going to ask you about it. Or they're going to be staring, which opens conversation. So that's just really how I look at it. You're almost like peacocking out there with all your dope ass shit on, but shit, we in here, we already peacocks. Let's go ahead. Let's fly, as they say.
Let's fly, peacock. Spread those wings. All right, y'all. That was a fun one today. I appreciate y'all being here. This was a Monday. Thanks for turning up. Robin, thank you for being here. And if it was anybody else's first time tuning in for Web3 Breakfast, thank you so much for joining us. We come at you every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here. So set your reminders. Come back tomorrow if you feel like it. We are going to be chit-chatting about the same stuff, disruptive technologies, all week. It's conference week, so I'll be in Fort Lauderdale starting tomorrow night. But the show goes on. So, guys, make sure you come back. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And we will see you tomorrow. Adios.
No speeding.
Speed.
Stop speeding.
You can go 10 over before you get
Lose the
ticket.
speed.
10 over.
He's losing it. He can't stand the speeding.
Only three here.
Oh.